wage pay gap is still there, unfortunately. If it wasn't there, we wouldn't be fighting for it. And I work.
That's just not true. You will fight. Y'all will fight for anything, bro. Well, y'all want to fight for rights that you already have. They be fighting for imaginary stuff. All right, we have a new video by Myron Gaines. Feminists making $1,000 an hour claimed women get paid less. Now, Myron's been feeding the streets lately. I'm not gonna lie, like he's been dropping some good videos. They're doing like these interviews out in public. And yeah, we reacted to a few and they've been good. So yeah, let's hop into it.
We're still not getting paid the same amount, so we still need to be provided for.
That's kind of by choice.
No, not by choice. The wage pay gap is still there, unfortunately. I work at $1,000 an hour, which is, to be fair, amazing. But it's less than.
To be fair? Yo, is she trolling? What you mean $1,000 an hour is pretty good? Bro, that's great. Now, I'm assuming she doesn't like work that many hours, but still, like, that's amazing. And she's over here talking about a wage gap?
Counterpart.
Your counterparts probably have some type of skill set or something that they might not be telling you that they have, which is getting them more money. The majority of times is because of personal choices that women make and what job fields they want to go into.
Why do you feel that you have the reasoning to talk about this matter?
Do I have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2?
Why do you feel like you have to make this statement, and why do you feel like you have the power to make this statement?
About why women deserve less?
Yeah, like what compels you to talk about this so strongly on the streets of Miami?
Like in 2025, that is a crazy statement. I think he has like this sign on his table that says women or why women deserve less or whatever. But it is a crazy statement in 2025 to have out there because you know like the reactions you'll get. But I mean, shoot, let's see what it has to say.
Yeah, I think we have a simp problem where
A simp problem.
yeah, we have a big simp problem.
Oh wow, okay.
So, lots of guys, don't do their due diligence and make women earn courtship and relationships and, put them through their paces. And I think, it's caused a lot of problems for guys because I don't think men are aware of the fact that, like, women have changed significantly over the past 60 years. And being a chivalrous gentleman might not get you as far as it did maybe 60 years ago. Being a nice guy simply doesn't work in modern day dating. Because the reality is women, make no money now. So just being a provisioner isn't enough.
Well, I don't know if I necessarily agree because women are coming into new roles that they didn't come into 60 years ago. So I agree with that point. But we're still not making the same amount of money and we're still not able to achieve the same roles. So I completely agree that 60 years ago, women had completely different.
Bro, this victim mentality needs to stop. Like we've literally been hearing this forever, bro. No matter how much, bro, women arguably have more rights than men in 2025. Like, let's be completely real. They'll get hired for jobs that, men will just get looked over for just strictly because they're a woman. Like, just for diversity reasons, bro. Like, there's no way that people are still like this. Honestly, these debates, it seems like I used to watch these like to really get like a good conversation, but at this point, it's just to see how like what's the craziest thing these people say, because
different roles than they do nowadays. But we're still not making the same amount of money, and the way that men are treating women nowadays does not reflect that, and also women don't make the same amount of money that men do. So I don't see how that narrative that you're putting out here of that women are creating careers for themselves, absolutely, as they should, still not making the same amount of money, still not being able to do the same things that men are doing at the same rates, and men are becoming more horrible than they were 50 years ago, 60 years ago. So I don't see how there's a
just simply ask what can she do? What job can she do?
Well, the thing is this, you mentioned a lot of things there. So your main disagreement is that my opposition to women entering the workforce?
No, so sorry. So
because it's really hard to hear you, I'm sorry. You're turning it up right now. I'm like catching bits and pieces and stuff.
Because I'm a woman, so my voice is higher pitched than men's voices are, so it's harder to hear.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with you that women are starting to work more. We're starting to build careers. We're starting to build things for ourselves. Absolutely. Which is very new for us, right?
Yes,
and so we're still not getting paid the same amount. So we still need to be provided for.
That's kind of by choice.
Not by choice. The wage pay gap is still there, unfortunately. If it wasn't there, we wouldn't be fighting for it. And I work.
That's just not true. You will fight. Y'all will fight for anything, bro. Y'all will fight for anything, whether you have it or not. Y'all will still fight for it. It's like it's a victim mentality thing, man. Like y'all want to fight for rights that you already have. That's just what I've seen from feminists. I'm not talking about all women. I'm just strictly talking about feminists. They be fighting for imaginary stuff.
I work in motorsports. I work in car racing. I work in a very male-dominated industry, and I love it. And I do it because I love it. And that's a very important thing. So that's A.
So before we move to the next one, so you believe in the theory that women earn 80 cents on the dollar of every man, right?
That's not a theory. That's a fact.
It's actually been debunked a million times by any self-respecting
It's not a theory. It's a
feminist.
fact.
I'll explain it. So it's been debunked a bunch of times. The thing that you're referring to, where this lie or myth comes from, it comes from
Not a lie or a myth, but thank you.
I'll explain it. It comes from all working women versus all working men, right? Full-time employees. But the problem is it doesn't account for hours worked, type of career work, education, taking vacations, industry, etc. So when you actually equalize for the type of work done, women actually make more than men. And they showed this at Google, where men and women, when they have the same exact experience, they have the same education, etc., the women actually earn more money than the men.
Ask me what I work in.
What do you work in?
I work in two fields. I work in finance and I work in motorsports, which is car racing. Ask me how much I compare to my man of the same rate.
How much?
It's less. I work at $1,000 an hour, which is, to be fair, amazing. But it's less than male counterpart.
That's insanely good. Now, what I want to say about this whole like wage gap thing is, that's literally illegal. What? Like, oh my God, if you were getting paid less for the exact same thing, there's so many like different variables in it too, so you can't you can't really boil it down to the exact same thing. But if that was the case, you can literally sue, and you can get like probably a very good amount of money for suing a company for paying women less. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a great lawsuit. I wish I knew somebody who is dealing with this problem that she claimed, just so I could, you know what I'm saying, help them file a lawsuit and get a percentage off of a company for doing women dirty. But that's just, it's non-existent. That's illegal. That's like saying black people, like if black people were like, oh, we get paid less for the same thing, or just like these women, if they're saying that and they truly believe that, they can sue for that. That's illegal. I'm pretty sure it's a part of like a discrimination law. Like, come on.
And
because of my gender, not because of my experience.
He gets more than you?
All of my male counterparts more than me for the same exact role, the same exact thing. And I work finance and motorsports, car racing. I work F1, IndyCar, NASCAR, IMSA, and WEC.
Yeah, well, I think it's also important to understand that, you know, unless you have their resume, you don't know. They might be more qualified than you. They might have more experience
they're
too.
my good friends of mine. Like, we have open conversations, and they have told me that I deserve to more than them because they're 5 years younger than me.
Okay, again, that's explainable
too. Okay. So they're your good friends, and they say you deserve more than them. Why don't they just, if they're making so much more than you, why don't they just give you some of their check? I mean, honestly, if they're your good friends and they think you deserve more, why don't they just say, hey, here, you can have a percentage of my check because you deserve way more than me? And on top of that, why don't they boycott and be like, yo, why is my good friend here getting paid less? Is that not a valid question? That's genuinely what I would ask them. If they're such good friends, shoot, give her some of your check then. They're not gonna do that because they know she's BSing, bro. She don't know what she's talking about. Either she doesn't know what she's talking about, or she's just blatantly lying, and they know that too. That's why they'll sit there in her face and be like, "Oh yeah, you deserve way more, my good friend. You deserve way more than us. Like, you're such a better worker than us, but they ain't gonna give you a dime, nada."
Women typically don't negotiate for higher wages like men do. Men are far more likely.
That I completely
you know,
agree.
so
Absolutely.
That's another component. So there's a whole matrix of reasons why women earn less, but it's not typically just because you have a vagina. It's typically because of personal choices and decisions that you make. So men are far more likely to negotiate for higher wages than women are because men have a higher burden of performance to provision and to earn money than women do. So I would argue.
How does that mean that we deserve less?
Well, it's got to be based off meritocracy. Your counterparts probably have some type of skill set or something that they might not be telling you that they have, which is getting them more money.
No.
Because there's so many different things
All right, but
that can account for it. And let's assume
it's because I'm a woman and I'm working in racing.
Okay, well, let's assume that that's true. Let's assume
a woman working in racing will get paid more than the guys working in racing. They want to see women in racing. They like these companies. They want to put women in those roles. What is she talking about? Like, this isn't the 1950s. Like, this woman like is literally living in the 1950s. Like, she's delusional, literally.
That's true. That's one instance. The majority of times is because of personal choices that women make and what job fields they want to go into.
I don't know.
But
if
a lot of the times when women go into male-dominated fields, they get in. Like, for example, you're in your field, right? There's plenty of women that get jobs in job fields that they're honestly not that qualified for, but they get it because of DEI,
Facts.
affirmative action, because they want to diversify the workforce.
You just said that women get higher degrees. Like, more women are getting college degrees. So that sounds like more women are getting degrees, so therefore they deserve the roles.
No. What I'm saying is they're getting the degrees and still earning less because of personal choices.
No,
So what
but-
I'm saying is that
That's not what you're
it's
saying.
not the fact that they are women as to why they're not making as much. It's because of personal choices.
That's
Men
not what
dominate
you-
STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Men dominate
Why
these
do
fields.
you feel that you have the reasoning to talk about this matter? If you are not a woman, why do you feel like you have to sit up here and say women deserve less?
Well, do I have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2?
That's not 1 + 1 is 2. That's talking about a different gender. That could be me coming up here saying men deserve less because men are shit. I'm never gonna say that because I don't believe that.
Well,
but why do you feel validated in order to come up and say that? And also,
I'm testing your logic because what I'm saying is that you don't have to necessarily be
it's not testing
of
my
a certain
logic.
group to talk about certain group, right?
Well, you have to have the experiences of a certain group.
It was because it was written by a woman. That's why I spelled.
Yo, that's crazy. Wait, hold on. We gotta run that. Some girl said you didn't even spell deserve right.
To talk about certain group,
That's funny.
right?
Well, you have to have the experiences of a certain group.
It was because it was written by a woman.
That's crazy.
That's why I spelled wrong.
Can I ask you one more question and then I'll leave you alone?
Yeah, sure.
If I can have your undivided attention.
Yeah.
Can I ask you to look around at the people looking at you and here supporting you? Whoever is supporting this man, can I have you like raise your hands and say, woo? And can I say, why do you think that's all men?
Because here's the thing. Men can't tell women the truth anymore, and I speak for them. That's why. Because the reality is no one
And
tells
I'm
women.
the only woman in this line speaking up for us.
Oh, no, trust me. There's been plenty of you guys that talk to me. See, here's the difference. Yeah.
This is funny, bro.
You know what?
This is funny.
And I will be fucking one of the two people. If I
Like, bro, it's like these women in the. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, this is like comical. Yeah, she has the women on her side.
There's been plenty of you guys that talk to me. See, here's the difference. Yeah.
The blind leading the
You know
blind.
what? And I will be fucking one of the two people. If I have to be one of the two people, I will be one of the two fucking people because we have been brought down so hard and we are not allowed the same
Y'all been
platforms. We are
brought
not allowed
up,
the
bro.
same vulnerabilities. So you know what? I'll accept it. And thank you so much for your time. I
Again,
appreciate
like
it.
I said before, women can openly talk and criticize men, but men can't necessarily openly talk and criticize
You
women.
can, but in kindness, and this is not in kindness.
I've been extremely
Thank you.
respectful.
Extreme.
I can't control how you feel.
Respectful is one, but putting a sign up saying women deserve less is not kindness.
Well, this is why women deserve
true.
less. They can't understand things logically and get mad.
I'm not. Do you see me being mad? I'm
I'm-
very calm.
No,
I'm
I'm-
calmer than our president, so I will take it.
That's why we can't have a female president, bro.
Whatever. I'm gonna just say this: the women deserve less statement is obviously a rage bait statement. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to get people's emotions going. So, I mean, I can understand where. I mean, it's a book. He has a book called Why Women Deserve Less," and he's also using that for like on his little stand or whatever. But I will say this, bro. Like, this is just delusion. Like, straight up, women have. She's saying like you guys have brought women down. Women have gotten nothing but brought up. They've been nothing but brought up over the past 100 years. It's genuinely insane. You know what I'm saying? So for her to say like this is the best time to be a woman ever, like in their eyes, you know what I'm saying? They have unlimited choice. They have they can do literally anything they want. I don't know if that's a good thing. Some people argue that's a bad thing that they have so much freedom and choice. But yeah, that's how it is in 2025. And if anything, men have been going down. Their rights have been going down, and women's rights have been going up. So I mean, that's that. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I feel like these debates, they're not even like anything that's it's just one person saying lies, delusion, like it's literally delusion, and then the other person saying the truth, and they can never come to a common ground because one of the parties can't acknowledge the facts. But let me know what y'all thought about this. I'm gonna probably react to more similar videos like this in the future, so make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. New videos every single day.